Okay, so question 4. I like these questions. Calculate the equation of least squares regression line of y on x. So type the table in. Miss any points out. Don't accidentally mistype any into your calculator. In fact, this is one of the things for 4 marks I would do twice because it's only calculator work. If you just type it in your calculator, write it down, and then clear your calculator and do it again, and hopefully you should get the same numbers. So if you type it in your calculator, calculate your A and your B, I get 49.79820359 minus 0.5481437112x. Now, you wouldn't use it in that form, so let's round them a little bit. I'm going to go for 49.8, take away 0.548x. Try and keep the 3 decimal places there, but do it to 3 significant figures. You could probably do 50 there, it wouldn't be a problem. So there's the least squares regression line. So that's part A done, 4 marks. Now it only took a few seconds to type in my calculator, and for 4 marks I would have allowed up to 4 minutes on the exam paper for it. So do it twice, check it, and then you can move on, because it would be a shame to do part B and C now and get it wrong because I'd done part A wrong. Yeah, so check it before you go off and do part B and C. So hence estimate to the nearest gram the initial weight of the block. So the initial weight is when time, so x, the number of days, is equal to 0. So if I put x equal to 0 in there, it's just going to give me 49.8 or 50 or whatever I said in A that was. Okay, so part C. A company which markets chlorine blocks claims they'll be usually dissolved after 13 weeks. Now you have to be on your game here, you have to be really on your toes and notice that this is 13 weeks, but this is X days. The temptation is here to just substitute 13 into our least squares regression line, but you'd be wrong to do that because the X has to be in days. So easy enough to do. Change 13 weeks into days by multiplying it by 7, 91 days. So I can substitute 91 into my equation. 548 times 91, and if I chuck that in my calculator, y would come out to be minus 0.068. Now you have to think about what that actually is. That's y. That's the number of grams. That's the number of grams. So after 91 days, 13 weeks, the number of grams of the chlorine block is minus 0.68. 0.068. That's a negative weight, so that's impossible to have a negative weight. So it's a definite indication, and I think this is the justification, because after 91 days y would be minus 0.068. You can say that the claim appears to be valid because after 91 days it had no mass. Well, actually it had a negative mass, which we know is impossible.